guys, Sean Tom with VPX Baseball here. I'm here with Jim Parqueo. We're going to take you guys through a series of drills to work on our separation, staying loaded and separating over the rubber so that we can ultimately transfer more energy. So we're going to take you through a progression of 4 drills that we love to use here. First one we're going to do is going to be somewhat of a rocker drill. So Jim's going to start in his landing right here, hands together. And what he's going to do is, as he separates and takes the ball out, he's going to shift his weight to the back side and work on separating on time. Notice while he's doing this, the ball is coming down to the knee. Okay, it's not high like this, which is going to create him to get off time. It comes down to the slot right here at the knee. The second thing I want you to take a look at here is he's staying on the inside of this leg back here where he has leverage. So from the inside of the heel all the way up, he's creating energy transfer, right? So he's not getting like this and getting backwards and off balance and top heavy. He's getting right here on the inside, separations on time down.
One of the things too is making sure that you don't go here and then forward. You're going here to stay stacked, and then you stay stacked. So watch, here's how to do it right. I'm gonna come up, stack, and stay stacked, okay? Okay, got another ball?
Mm-hmm.
All right, again, watch again. Let's stay stacked. Okay? And then the other one is unstacked. As you can see, I can't even throw like that, right? So one way to help that is obviously actually keep going with the drills.
Yeah, so the next one that we're gonna go into is we're gonna now start to add a lift into it, okay? So we're gonna be here and we're gonna work on separating at the top, okay? So we're gonna be set. We're gonna work on getting the ball out while we're stacked on our backside here as our leg comes up to start to add more momentum and more timing into our drills.
So it's gonna look like this. I'm gonna come to my set position, then I'm gonna come up and stay stacked, okay? Same idea as the first one. Okay?
And again, notice as he goes, it's not the front shoulder that goes. He's staying on his
stacked.
back
Yep. Okay?
Now
if I do it wrong, right, here's what would be wrong right here.
Mm-hmm.
You can see how I drift forward, right?
Yep, now we're gonna add a little bit more momentum into it, increase the degree of difficulty for your body to work with, and keep working on timing. So now we're gonna come up here, he's gonna come set, and we're gonna come up, and we're gonna go 1, 2, and then throw down and through on 3, just to work on staying stacked and separating over the rubber back here.
Now these right here are really building your separation over the rubber, ensuring that you don't drift with your hips, which gets you unstacked, and more importantly, when do I separate, right? So you have a landmark, your leg comes up, once it starts down is when you separate. That times everything up with your lower and upper half. So here's how it's supposed to be done. Down, down, go. Okay?
Yep, and everything, yep.
Here's when you do it wrong. Up, down, and you might wobble, right? Down, but then when you come down, right? When I come down out of this, I'm gonna do this, right? So up, I'm good, and then I go there, right? So I'm getting top heavy and not riding my back hip.
And when he does that, okay, the whole plane of the ball changes, everything changes. The ball starts going like this, cutting, because he's not in control of what's going on anymore. His hand's getting on the side. Another huge reason to stay stacked through all this. Finally, we're gonna bring it all together now. So what we're gonna do now is you're gonna do 2 throws on this drill. One without a ball, dry. You'll have a ball in your glove. And then on the second one, you're gonna come through and make a pitch. Okay, so I'm gonna be here, no ball in my hand on the first one. I'm gonna come through, separate down, finish, and then come back up with a ball, come down and throw. It helps you work with now more momentum to get back to that loaded position and separate over the rubber.
And what this does is it gives you that pendulum swing, because us athletes move in rhythm, and all of the points we have to get in the different movement planes, right? And counterbalancing is very big. So if I get the very end of my delivery and I feel good, when I work backwards, it's kind of working with your brain and your neurological function to get you back to ground zero so you can get into that foot strike and that feeling again, right? So instead of just being static with the different ones, which still have a lot of value, we're starting to create a lot of movement, because ultimately that's how we throw, right? So this is what it should look like. I'm gonna come up. If you wanna hold it, you can. I'm just gonna come here and hold it, and then I'm gonna throw, okay? Then I'm gonna come back up, and go. Okay? Now on that one, I felt myself get out front, right? So again, I'm gonna come up, throw, and I'm gonna come back, up. And that way, between the two, I could feel what was wrong and what was right. I know it's right because the ball is telling me it's right. The ball is ending up low, it's got good plane, and it feels good coming out. I don't feel out front. I feel like I'm up front with it. So then therefore I can start to figure out that movement. Boom, whoa, bad movement right there.
This is such a fantastic drill, guys, because what your body's probably gonna wanna do the first couple times you do it is this. You're gonna finish, and you're gonna come up the second time, and your body's gonna still leak. And that's gonna be your signal that you're not really getting all the load you should be. So you're not really maximizing your power, and it's such a great tool to work on from the finish all the way back to get yourself loaded on that backside.
So one of the things that's going to help you is our VPX harness, right? Our VPX baseball harness is used by pretty much everybody in the game. 22 MLB teams, some of the biggest names that play, right? And the reason why is it's taking all of our verbiage and putting it in the motor patterning so that you can feel and understand what's going right on where your delivery is, on your separation, and if you're coming unstacked in any way, shape, or form, right? So if I become unstacked, meaning I get up here and I'm drifting already, the bungees will pull my back foot off the ground, which tells me there's a movement and energy breakdown. Hence, I'm drifting, right? Which gets me out and around. It's forward thinking too, because if I do that, I know down here there's gonna be some issues, right? If I become unstacked anywhere in my delivery, it'll pull my back foot up the ground, premature hip rotation, same thing. Now if I'm staying stacked, I'm staying loaded into foot strike, I'm doing all the things that are required, my hips are linear, I don't feel these bungees. When I come up and stay loaded right here, don't feel the bungees, right? But as soon as I start doing this, I already feel them, and it's pulling my back foot up. So the idea for this is to feel nothing. If you feel this, where it's pulling your heel up, you're getting top heavy or prematurely rotating, which is the cause of all of our pitching issues, right? So I'm gonna go through all of the entire progression here. You wanna do it where you're unclipped, clipped in, you can throw it with off speeds, whatever, but we're gonna start like this right here, okay? Get my good power T, get good hip and shoulder separation. I'm gonna rock and stay stacked as long as I can. Good, it feels good. Now if I do it wrong, watch what happens. I can already feel it. As soon as I started, I felt it pull up, right?
And that's the thing.
Solid.
And that's the thing with the harness, guys. It's not a matter of, oh, I'm going to strength train by having a ton of resistance here. That's not it. It's designed to help you increase your velo to what it should be, but it's not, because you're not doing this correctly, and it's going to point that out immediately for you.
Again, right here, watch this again. Good shoulder to hip separation. Separate back here and stay stacked. Boom, right here. Boom, right? Okay, next one, I'm gonna actually be a little more looking like a pitcher right here, right? So here, go. Okay, the ball's telling me I'm staying stacked. When I do it wrong, watch what happens. My back foot just flies. I gotta keep that into the ground longer. And then the next one, it's gonna be up, down. Man, that feels good, right? Feels real good right there. Boom, boom. I feel like it's pulling me back further and gathering even more. That little leakage, now I'm 100% back here. Right here. Okay.
Listen to how late you hear the hand, guys, when he does it correctly. It's literally almost at the end of the mound. That's when you
Right here.
Right out of it.
Okay. And then the last one will be, you come down here, come back up and go, okay? At the end of the day, this thing is really powerful. These drills are gonna help you out. And, you know, got anything more?
No, I mean, you hear a lot of times about guys that have, the guys are sneaky fast, or they have late life, or man, that really got up on me. Yeah, that's because they're doing this correctly, because then the ball comes out here and it's right at the end, bang.
So we got a full line of products to get you to the big leagues on our website. Check out our other videos and this lesson plan.